Alright, boom. We're back with another video. Um, this is on series and parallel reliability. So the question is derive an expression for the system reliability in terms of the component reliabilities. Assume that each component has a reliability of R. So um, let's split this diagram into two parts. Right. So looking at this, I'm gonna use let's use blue for series. So this first one right here is in series, so I'm using blue for series. These two are in parallel. Let's skip that for now. Series again right here. Series here. These three at the bottom are in series. And I'm gonna use red for parallel. So these two are in parallel. And this whole thing right here, this top one, we'll call this our top, is in parallel with this at the bottom. And both these two are in series with this. So let's call this let's call this let's call this top one our top, and the one down, let's call it our down. We can say our bottom, but I'm lazy, so let's say our down. So the formula for series, you just simply multiply. If you have R1, R2 all the way to Rn, you just multiply the reliabilities. For parallel, you do 1 minus, into parentheses, 1 minus R1 times 1 minus R2 up until 1 minus Rn. So for our top, we start from here. So series, the first R times, now all this is in parallel. This is in parallel, so we do the first R times 1 into 1 minus R times 1 minus R again. This first one is 1 minus R. The second one is also 1 minus R. And then don't forget it's in series right here with this last R. So we're doing this top right now. So when you solve all that out, R times R at the end, R squared, 1 minus R, you get 1 minus R all squared. So when you simplify this, you get R squared into all that, and then simplify that further. You don't have to do this, but it makes it easier moving forward. So when you simplify this, you get 2R cubed minus R to the 4. And going back to the diagram, the bottom is easy. It's just R times R times R, because series you just multiply all the way to n. So R times R times R gives us R cubed. So R of the whole system, R of S, is all this R top. Don't forget R top is in parallel with R bottom or R down. So this and this in parallel, and then both are in series with this. So for parallel is 1 minus R1, 1 minus parentheses 1 minus R1 times 1 minus R2, like that. So our R1 in this case is R top, and R2 is R down. So the formula is 1 minus into 1 minus R top times 1 minus R down. And don't forget all that, both are in series with this. So for series, you just multiply by R. So these two in parallel, then series with R, so multiply by R at the end right here. So for B, assume that excuse me, assume that R is 0.9. So we have R top to R cube minus R4, so just plug in 0.9. When you plug in 0.9, you get 0.8019. Plug in R 0.9 and R down, just R cubed, so 0.9 cubed is 0.7129, and then plug those values in for RS of the system, R top, R down, and then R 0.9. When you plug all that in and simplify, you get 0.851683. So, pretty easy. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, and bless up.